Hello. Hey. It says that we're live, so this is exciting. Hey, everybody. And I have a special friend with us today. We have Brian from BlushingNerdTarot. So I'm really excited to have you here, Brian. Thank you so much for joining me and for, adjusting our schedules so that we could both meet tonight. I'm excited to have you.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. Thanks for putting up with some of my scheduling issues too. So
We were going back and forth. It's all good. I'm just really glad that we're able to be here and just take some time to relax from our busy schedules and just hang out and read some cards and chat with some of our people here. So yeah, it looks like we've got quite a few people rolling in already. So we'll just begin with some hellos, and then we'll definitely have you introduce yourself to, maybe there's some people here who don't know who you are. So we'll definitely do that. So let's go to comments and Elizabeth, the more intuitive me. Hello, how are you, my friend? And Elizabeth, I've been meaning to watch your unboxing channel. It looks like you got a new planner for 2025, and it's been one of those weeks where I've had it up. I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. I think it's only like 10 or 11 minutes, and it keeps getting pushed down to the list because there's other things that have been coming up. So I'm getting to that video, my friend. I'm excited to see what you got. We have Heather. Hello, how are you? I hope your dinner was amazing. We have Anna. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you. We've got Blushing Nerd Tarot. Brian, we are simulcasting over on Brian's channel, so be sure to go ahead and subscribe to our friend Brian. His link is in the description, and if there's any moderators in chat that could post his link, that would be helpful. Thank you. Hey, there's Rain, Spiritual Rain. Rain is a busy gal. She's got lots of new shows on her channel, so be sure to check her out as well. And who else do we got joining us? Hey, we have got Dina, Shaw Woman. Hello. It's always good to see you. Unicorn and Rainbows. Hello. Hello. Sandy Black. Holy moly, we've got lots of people, Brian. We've got Christine. Hello. How are you? Sharon Sipe. Hello. Wow, lots of wonderful people. This is cool. Thank you so much, you all, for posting the links in the chat. Everybody's beating each other to posting the links. Thanks so much for your help, everybody. That's great. All right. So now that we've said hello to the people that are here, triple jinx. Brian, just for those who are here in chat or maybe watching the playback for who don't know who you are here in the tarot sphere, tell us a little bit about yourself and your channel and what you offer.
Yeah, so I've been on YouTube for I think 2.5 years, maybe something like that. And like so many of us, I spent quite a long time prior to starting my own channel living in the chat, and prior to that, living shyly in the shadows without getting into the chat even. My channel has been a little bit mixed in terms of content, but I have done a decent amount of some, kind of meaning videos, meanings behind the cards. And, mostly though, my content over the last year and a half has been live streams. So when I get a chance to hop on, I like to hop on with friends, and whether it's doing readings or just chatting about all of the things we like to talk about in this world. It's been a little more active for me lately, and I'm happy to say it's been quite a great process getting back involved in the last 6 to 9 months or so.
Mm-hmm. It's been really good to see you back. I know that we just talked briefly behind the scenes about how life gets in the way and that we really want this to be priority, but in reality, sometimes it just doesn't work like that with work and school and family and all the things. So when I started seeing you pop back up, I was really excited, and I was most excited or thrilled for you that you recently launched a website. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So the website is tarotforest.com, and it is an online tarot store. tarot and tarot adjacent things, oracle cards, and oh, there we go. That looks familiar. So yeah, forest.com. And one of the ideas behind starting this as a response to some frustration by, going to some local metaphysical stores and other places and just not having, easy, quick access to some more indie decks and things like that. Now I have some mainstream decks on here, but a lot of them are arrangements I've made directly with the artists and the creators to see. You can see some of the mainstream stuff there, some of the mass market, but then as you scroll down, you'll see there are quite a few that are independent, and I work directly with the creators wherever possible, and try to just increase the access to these types of decks. Including, I was so excited to work with Stephanie with the Heartwood Tarot, Oak, Ash, and Thorn, and I hope to soon expand the options there as well, because there really isn't any U.S. or American distribution of those. She will ship and does a great job of shipping quickly to the States. So you certainly, I encourage everybody to buy direct if that's what they want to do, because I support these artists too. And I love their work, but I also wanted an option where if somebody from, right down the street ordered one of these, they'd get it in a couple days instead of, having to wait a little longer. And so it was mostly, that in mind. I just wanted to be able to bring some of these decks in for easier access for people, and just kind of have fun curating a collection that I could share with people that way. And in the process too of expanding beyond the cards, that pendulum there is an example. That's a pendulum that my wife and I made, and we have quite a few more of them done and ready. I just haven't had time to post them yet. And I'm also now getting into some lapidary work and cutting my own crystals so that we can be mindful of the source of those stones, and then have it be created from the ground up with material that we've sourced carefully and done the work ourselves. So that's exciting.
That's very cool.
Lots of stuff coming. So it's a constant work in process, and I'm always looking for more places to connect with artists, and I'm reaching out almost every day. I have some really good folks in the Tarot Tube community who have been emailing me suggestions for decks they're passionate about and have found and thought would be good on the shop. And sometimes it's difficult to get those connections made with some of the creators. They'll make a deck and then kind of disappear into the shadows sometimes, and other times they're super eager and ready to ship a box to me as soon as possible. So that's been really great, and looking forward to doing a lot more with that. And so more to come. And if you get on the site and you sign up for emails, you'll see when new things arrive. And also, one thing I have failed to mention pretty much every time I talked about the shop, there is a referral discount on there. So anybody who goes on and makes a purchase, or it may even work without, if you just refer someone else and they make a purchase, you'll both get discounts. So something to keep in mind. It's a good way to get a little extra percentage off. So
yeah. Oh, wow. That's really cool. Like, I'm so impressed that you're able to sort of juggle all of the things and build the website. And that's a lot of work in terms of, like you said, reaching out to all these suppliers. But I think it's in demand in terms of these indie decks, because like myself, I'm in Canada, yourself in the USA. It's hard to find these decks unless you go straight to the source, which is fine, like you said. Yeah. But if somebody wants it maybe a little bit quicker than waiting from the UK, then this is a great alternative. And at the end of the day, we're still supporting those indie artists, which I think is really important. Yeah. So that's fantastic. I wish you all the best. As you know, I've been sharing your website because I just think it's cool to support also each other, right, in our endeavors as well.
Thank you.
So that's really cool. I love that you're going to be working with your own, like cutting your own stones and stuff too. I think that's really cool. I don't know anybody else that's doing that, so that's pretty cool. Tarot sphere. I know tarot sphere sounds really cool, right? In the tarot sphere, tarot tube, tarot universe.
Here we are. We are
Yeah,
all in it right now.
right. Elizabeth, yeah, she was a lurker for many, many months. Yep, same here. Way back in the day when I started off as hermit and high priestess, I was just, that was way back. Like I think like when Simon first started, Simon the Hermit's Cave. That
Yep.
was years and years and years ago. But
Yeah.
I would never, I was even like shy to talk in the chat. I was like, eh. And then eventually I just sort of like made my way out. Hey, Green Eyed Tarot is here. Fabulous channel. You all please check out Green Eyed Tarot. If one of the mods can post Green Eyed Tarot's link, post all the links, of course, as you know, that's how we roll here. Hey, Jess is here. Yes, Brian's here too. Yay. Maru is here. Hello, Madame Maru. How are you?
Yeah, Maru.
And yes, the website. Everyone's saying the website looks amazing, Brian. Great job on the website. Nicely set up. More decks to be tempted by. Yeah. Purchase responsibly. Where's Gerald?
Exactly.
They're saying they love that pendulum that is showing. Yeah, actually, Brian was showing some more on his channel as well. Obviously, they've sold since, or he hasn't gotten them put up. But definitely keep your eye on that site because I'm sure there's more to come.
Yeah, lots more along those lines too. I'm taking wood cuts, like straight tree trunk cuts from fallen trees, and creating pendulum boards with those as well. That will incorporate some. It'll sort of use the rings in the tree to give some indications, and I'll highlight those with different mixed media sort of things. So, yeah, lots of fun stuff coming.
Oh my
Just need more time in the day.
I know, right? I know. That's going to be really cool because, you know, there's energy coming from that tree itself, right? So I just got chills thinking about the possibilities with that as well.
Yeah.
Lisa, hey, looks like Lisa's over on your channel saying hello. Hello, Lisa, and welcome in. And hey, yes, of course. Yeah, this is definitely a supportive space. And we're so happy to have you here. Great channel. Green Eye Tarot, I believe, oh gosh, I hope I don't get this wrong. Spread It Out Sunday, right? Where you do the spreads every Sunday. You know how tarot books come with all the different spreads in them, all the different decks, and Green Eye Tarot takes and shows us a spread every Sunday.
Oh, love that.
I hope I got that right. I'm pretty sure it's your channel, right? I follow a lot of channels, but I'm pretty sure it's hers. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Can you get a reading? I definitely will star you. Yes. Hey, Moira's here. Hello. How are you? How are you? How are you? Okay.
Can I shout out a channel as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna, let's see. I don't know if this is gonna work in the chat since I'm not sure, but this is the channel name anyway. Gently Living Out Loud.
Oh, okay.
And the Mary is the creator, and it's a brand new channel, and she is such a natural. Go onto the channel and just watch the intro video. She kind of talks about why she got on to TarotTube in the intro video as she's hiking. And it's just it's great, and I think she's going to be a really great contributor to the community. And I've been emailing with her. She emailed me after I made the announcement about the store and on my channel, and it was the first I had really seen any activity from her, and I was the first subscriber and the first commenter, and I think it'll grow quickly. But anyway, just wanted to send that out there because I think she'll be a really good contributor.
That's really cool. Thank you. I love hearing about new channels. I really do. I feel like the more voices, you know, the merrier. Like there's so many different perspectives and different ways to read the cards and look at the cards. I'm always really looking forward to that. So thank you so much. And thanks, Heather, for sharing the link. I've posted the link. Thank you. And yeah, definitely go over and subscribe. That'd be great. The trinkets and carving them out of small pieces of wood. Maybe this is going to be a hobby in my retirement, Jess. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
can
yeah,
we make retirement happen like
yeah.
tomorrow? Can
Oh
we
my gosh.
purge that on? I have enough gray in my beard. Doesn't that qualify me? Like, can
It
I just
should.
flip the switch and okay, let's go. I'm done now.
Hmm.
I wish.
Oh my gosh, I hear you. But look at all these things. You're building your channel and your website, so eventually, when you do hit retirement, you'll have some things you can still play around with in terms of
Right.
that. We're jinxing each other a lot. Hey, Heather. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Lover friend who is born in my life. Okay. Yay, everyone's subscribing to sorry, what did you say the woman's name was?
Mary.
Mary.
Yep.
Mary.
Yep.
Yay. Okay.
She's a former academic. She goes into some more
Oh.
personal history and stuff in the videos, and I think in her description on her channel and stuff. So there you go. Yep, that's it.
Nancy Living Out Loud. So everybody go check it out. She's already got
Yep.
4 views. Look at her go.
I
Hey.
know. Isn't that great?
That's so fantastic. Look at this. She'll
Yeah.
tell you all about herself. She's Mary. Early 40s boy mama. Look at that. I already love her. I am a early 40s boy mama myself. There you
go. Me too.
Okay, so that's fantastic. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Everybody knows that on my channel, I want people to share their links and to let us know what's going on in the community, because it's such a growing community that's hard to keep up to all the things. Certainly, I'm subscribed to way more channels than I can actually follow on a regular basis.
Yes.
But I'm constantly like going through my feed just to kind of take a peek at what everybody's up to. So thank you for sharing, Mary. I definitely am looking forward to checking her channel out. So it looks like there's a couple of people in chat who have asked questions already, which is fantastic, because we definitely would like to read for you as well tonight.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we just like to kind of like chill and chat and catch up with one another first, and now we'll dive into readings if that's what you guys would want to do. So how it'll work is just go ahead and type me in the chat, or type your question, whichever, and we'll get to as many questions as possible. But just keep in mind that it is a Tuesday night, and we do have work and things like that the next day, so we don't want to stay on too long. I always want to respect my guest time, especially. So, let us know if you would like a reading. Now, I did see Lisa ask, can I get a reading, please? And the answer is absolutely, for sure. We're here to help you out and to our best of abilities. So just let us know, Lisa, what would you like us to read on? For those that may be new to my channel, just keep in mind that I personally don't do any third-party political, health, or legal related questions. I'm pretty sure Brian is in the same arena there. If your question, you don't know if it falls under one of these, that's okay. Just ask it and we'll help you. Okay, we'll help you rephrase it or ask you to ask a different question, because it can be kind of confusing sometimes when you just have something on your mind and you're like, there's all these restrictions. But speaking of restrictions, the reason why certain readers don't read on these topics is because it's a personal thing in terms of what we believe in terms of our values and our ethics when it comes to reading the cards for others. And we decided that we're going to do a live stream panel talking about that, about why we believe what we believe, what our practice looks like, why is it that we don't read third party and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's going to be taking place the first and second week of December. So keep your eyes peeled on this channel. It's going to be it's going to be a really big live panel. I've never hosted a live panel with 10 people on screen before. It's going to be my first time. I'm excited though. I'm really excited because there were so many people that were interested in joining. I had no idea so many people would be interested, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot more that are going to be like, why wasn't I invited? But like I'm overwhelmed. I don't really know, who else would be interested. If you are watching this and you are interested, please let me know. I've already made it into 2 parts because there's people in time zones in the world, of course, and work schedules and whatnot, and just the amount of people that have responded, that there's going to be 2 live streams, right? And 10 people on each live stream for a daytime and a nighttime show. So it's a lot, but I'm really looking forward to it. I really want to dig in and I love having conversations. Like, I love reading cards, but having conversations, I think, is really important too. especially important topics like this, so people can better understand. Especially people who are maybe coming to us for readings, they don't quite understand. Like, well, what do you mean?
Mhm.
Like,
That's good.
why wouldn't you read on my, my health matter or my political matter? So we can share more about that. All right. So, overwhelmed? What do you mean? Right?
Right.
We have no idea what that feels like, do we? Hashtag overachiever, Gerald.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I just want to back up a little bit before we start some reading. So again, if you would like a reading, go ahead and type your question in chat or type me, and we'll definitely get to as many people as we can today. And thanks for hanging out. We are happy that you're here. Retirement is wasted on the elderly. Oh my goodness.
One of the things that really excites me about this panel is I love engaging in productive debate, and just that forum and allowing the space for people to kind of express ideas. I think a lot of us are going to be coming at it from a very similar angle, but then you get into even the minutia between people that agree on something can be super interesting, and definitely can bring out some really important things. And I think this sort of topic just helps to even set a tone after you have a deep discussion like that with a group that is engaged and willing to share, and be a little vulnerable, and you can come out of it, and the whole community can come away with a really great new way to kind of view things. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I am too. And is in terms of like my core like values, beliefs, and ethics and things like that. I mean, there's some that will always be with me because it's who I am. But like, when you do hear, excuse me, like you said, different versions of people's practices and beliefs, you're kind of like, hey, I never thought of it like that. Or, I'd like to incorporate that into my practice. So yeah, we're always like changing and growing and evolving. So I'm really, really excited to have that discussion. John is here. Hello, Mr. Savage. How are you? Oh, Heather's popping over to Brian's chat. Thank you very much. Everyone's saying hi to John. I don't blame you. I'm a bit of a hermit, so who knows? I'll even be on too long. All right. Yes, Heather is excited. Heather will definitely be on that panel, so stay tuned. Actually, there's a lot of people in this chat that will be on there, including Jess will also be there. Hello, Andrew Brian. The live panel thing sounds good. Would you like to join us on the live panel, Robin? Your voice is very unique, and we love you, and we would love to have you join us, or just join us in the chat. There's some people that express interest or were invited, and they're like, I'm not going to go on a panel of 10 people. That's too much. And I totally get it. I mean, I'm kind of thinking like, can I do this? Can I do a panel of 10? I'm like, sure, it'll be fine.
John did bring up the debate about hot dogs versus hamburgers.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that is an important one too.
Weigh in, chat.
Or even people new to tarot that may be exploring, what they should or should not read them for themselves. Absolutely. There are also people among us that have just started reading for other people. So maybe they're like, well, I mean, how would you know what it is for yourself unless you've done it? You know what I mean? Or what that looks like too.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. The way some people go about certain readings, I can honestly see why people won't read on certain things. Yeah. Some topics can get you into hot water as a reader, right? I mean, both personally and legally. So you have to be careful, especially if you're asking money for readings, right? That's a whole other thing. All right. So I'm just starring some people here because I see some people want readings. And I'm a card conundrum. I love engaging in controversial subjects. I know. I mean, if anybody doesn't know who Toadstool Tarot is, this is Robin, and he has a very distinct and unique voice in the community, one that I absolutely love because of this. Like, he's not afraid to speak his mind, quite frankly. And like, like he said, like open up the conversation to be like, so it's not so one-sided. Like, hey, like, what did you think of it like this? Or, this is what I think. And yeah, Robin is a really, really cool voice in the community. I really do enjoy him. I was looking forward to this live. I'm settled in for the night. Got my glass of wine. Hey, let's go.
Alright.
Okay. Okay. I mean, yes. Yes, that's a very important. Actually, we had hamburgers tonight, so it was really good. Oh, yeah, of course, Rain. Yeah, Rain's got lots going on. Thanks for popping in. I do appreciate you saying hello and being here. Sounds like it could be overwhelming. You know what? People have been really good at responding. I think there's maybe only 3 or 4 people that haven't, and I totally get it because they're busy too. But people have been really good, and that was half the battle, is getting people to like respond so that I could juggle all the schedules, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Robin, I will definitely send you an email because there's 2 different time slots that you could join. And so I will definitely send you an email after this live. You were thinking out loud. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. Hey, Christopher's here. Hello, Topaz. How are you? Did you change your name again? Let me see. Topaz. Nope, he didn't. Okay. He was trying to, you know how we all try to find a name that kind of fits. And so I was just kind of razzing him a bit like, hey, did you change it? Because every time, as long as you don't change the Topaz part, because then I'm going to be lost. Okay. All right. So, Lisa, did you mention what type of reading you would like? Because we would definitely like to read for you. Just let us know what question you would like us to answer for you. We don't mind doing generals, but if you do, could you give us an idea of general what? Like general love, finance, career, what your spirit team wants you to know in terms of what you should be focusing on? That really helps. Remember that when you ask a question, the quality of your reading will be the quality of your question, right? So try to be as specific as possible. If you need help with phrasing a question, just let us know and we'll do our best to help you. I've never eaten a billy goat. Well, those would be, I don't know. I read for others, but I do not charge money. I find that allows me to set more boundaries. Yes. When people purchase, they feel entitled to certain answers. I can see how being upfront and clear is vital. Oh my gosh. Absolutely. And, people turn to readings for so many different things. And I think that finding the right reader for your question is just as important, as vice versa. So as the reader themselves laying out what they offer. I know Gerald recently talked about this, and Gerald is a really strong voice in the community in terms of setting his own personal ethics and what he will and will not do. And specifically though, laying out, what he is good at and the things that he's not strong at, and he'll go ahead and refer you to somebody who is. I think that's actually half the battle. Not the battle, but it's half as important, you know what I mean, as giving selling how you're selling yourself, but then also if you're not able to do it. Like for example, if somebody wanted some mediumship work done, I'm not the person for you, because although I have had things come to me, and I don't exercise that muscle on a regular basis to call myself a medium. And so definitely I would not be comfortable with doing a mediumship reading, but there's plenty of people out there who do, right? I see people say they don't read third party and then go ahead and read third party anyway. I'm just, defining what third party means could be an interesting controversy. Yeah, exactly. And for anybody who's watching or listening right now, a third party just simply means that we don't want to read for a person who isn't present right now, right? So like if Moira's like, hey, can you tell me what John's thinking about me? I mean, John, behave in chat. But I'm just saying, like, John's here in chat, but I just meant John in general. Okay, let's say Billy. What does Billy think about me? Well, Billy's not here. And so we don't have permission to tap into Billy's energy. And so instead, what you could do for that person is say, okay, Moira, we're going to go ahead and do a general love reading, because I'm assuming that you have interest in Billy in that way, right? So there's always a way around it. And I always say that at the core of every question, there's something that's on your mind. There's something that's on your heart. And if we can dig deep enough to get to that essence of what you really want to know, it's always doable, okay, without treading into waters that we're not comfortable with. So I hope that makes sense. If anybody that was not knowing, we've probably all been at one point or another with the whole thinking out loud thing. Yes. Sometimes they feel entitled when free readings. For sure, yeah. Or just entitled in general, especially when you ask, we're going to go ahead and give you a reading. Can you just stay present in chat so we can pick up on your energy, so we can get some feedback? Maybe we'll have a question during the reading, and then they disappear. I understand, like if you're in a live chat and it's going on for so long, you can't possibly sit there for 3 hours and wait for your turn. Yeah. I don't really mean that, but like when we start the reading, we put a lot of energy into it. It's really disappointing when someone doesn't respond in the chat, So, okay, I think there's shenanigans going on in chat, so I'm gonna skip over that.
No, come on.
I don't want to. Okay, so. I hope. Okay, so. There we go. Okay, so Lisa, are you still with us? I didn't see any clarification. So Lisa, if you're still with us, we'll read for you. Just go ahead and type in chat what you want us to read for you. So in the meantime, we're going to go on to the next question. Okay, so let's see. We've got... We've got Jess. Hey, Jess, you would like a reading. So Jess, let us know what you would like us to read on, and we'll go ahead and do that for you. I'm just literally randomly just scrolling down and picking the first person that pops up. I was using the giveaway wheel, and it is fun once in a while, but I found that it kept kind of picking the same people over and over again. And as much as I love you all, and I'm happy to read for you multiple times, it's just we kind of want to read for everybody. We're trying our hardest to read for everybody that comes to visit us. Here on my channel, if I have anybody new pop in, I really like to read for new people as well, so that they can get an idea of how we read. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, it is disappointing and disrespectful to the reader when the person just ghosts us. We're like, hello. Okay, so I have to guard myself against becoming jaded towards people who don't seem to want to take responsibility for their destinies and just want spiritual gifts dropped in their laps. This is so good. You have to join us, Robin. You have to join us for that talk, because this is what we want to get into. I want to get into the nitty gritty. I don't want to just be surface level, oh, we don't read third party. Okay, but why? And do you have examples of maybe why? And, it's going to be so much fun. So hopefully you can join. I'll definitely make sure I email you. Okay. John wants a reading. Hey, John never wants a reading. No, I was going to say, Jess, I don't think you ever have had a reading. I don't.
And
well, I don't think she has on this channel. You liar.
And Jess did give a topic a little bit higher up in the.
Oh, thank you. Sometimes this chat jumps around. There it is. Okay, guys. Want me to know about your business direction? Hey, this is a good one. Okay.
By the way, Jess, I love your icon for your.
Yes, it is very cool.
That is cool.
Whoa. All right. You know what? Yes, I'm going to use this one. And don't let me forget. Everybody in chat, don't let me forget to tell you about a new book that just came out that I got, and I want to mention it. But you know me, my brain is usually all over the place, and sometimes I might forget. So I'm going to tap into Jess's energy. For anybody else that is watching or just popping in, Brian and I are going to go ahead and do a few readings for people. This is super chill. We're just chatting and hanging out and doing some readings. We're going to get to as many as possible. We won't be able to read for everybody, but go ahead and drop a question in chat, and if we can get to it, we will. I know Brian goes live on his channel, and I go live often, so we'll catch you the next time around if we don't get you tonight. So, Jess. Ooh. 2 major arcana. I love it, girl. Okay. Let's see. Tom was here, he'd be making fun of me. You know, Anne, she has to pull 375 cards and 26 trinkets. So if
Tom
at any
also knows that he gets in your head and you do it for him.
like that's right. I love Tom. Oh God.
Yep.
Oh, just. Here we go. Ooh. Let's close this crawl. All right, Jess. Let me remove the comment so you can see us better. And all right. Okay, Jess. So what I got for you is what your guides want you to know. So we start off with the Six of Swords. Okay. And with the Six of Swords, I got a tiny little skateboard. I don't know if it's going to show up, but there's a tiny little skateboard that showed up on here, which is great because this is all about movement, right? Six of Swords is literally moving away from, troubled waters, if you will. You know how the typical saying goes with the Six of Swords. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like relocating and moving, but I feel like the energy of this is relocating, moving to a different type of work or something new that you haven't tried before, right? It's asking you to kind of branch off a little bit. And then we have the Emperor. Emperor says that you are protected. Look at that fine gentleman right there. Emperor is a very strong card, as you know. It is one of the major arcana. Actually, you got two major arcana that popped up for you here. And this is all about being strategic in your planning, right? So before you jump into something, just make sure that you are looking into the details of what the job entails, what that requires of yourself. Actually, we have a little coffee grinder that fell on the Emperor, and it's all about the grind, girl. But the grind doesn't have to be complicated, right? As long as, like I was saying, you go ahead and I'm going to plug in my phone because I just saw that it is thirsty for some juice. 1 second. I didn't realize it until it kind of like dimmed on me, and I was like, okay. So anyway, and then also on the Emperor card, we have a little umbrella. So the Emperor wants you to know that, yes, strategy, planning, it's important, but also that you are protected. Your guides literally are here protecting you in these decisions that you're making. So just stay open to what they have to share as well. And then the last tarot card that I got for you is the Wheel of Fortune. Change is in motion to your destiny. All right. So the wheel is turning, the wheel is moving. It's definitely pointing you in the right direction in terms of telling you just go with it. In terms of whatever it is that maybe you have been looking into, or I also have the fidget spinner, which is also like the wheel, round and round we go. So the fidget spinner on the Wheel of Fortune reminds you, don't hesitate too long on things, right? There's a certain time frame when it comes to Wheel of Fortune, right? So don't doubt yourself. Don't hesitate too much. It's definitely pointing in the direction of go ahead and strategize, plan, move away from some type of work that you have been doing into something new, but don't take too long. Like, don't hesitate. Okay. And then the last card I have is charging cable, which is really funny since I just had to plug in my phone. This was probably for me, not you, but but also though, Jess, really it is about reminding yourself that whatever you do get yourself into, to take time to recharge. Okay. I do know that you are an energy worker, you're a spiritual worker. you work with spirits, and as you know, as well as I, taking time to recharge is crucial in that line of work, right? And then we also have the letter A, so lowercase a. So if the letter A means something to you, it did land on that charging cable. So overall, an amazing reading, 2 major arcana cards. So it's definitely relevant, and yeah, and pointing you in the right direction of listen to your spiritual team. That's what they're telling you to go with. So I hope that that helps you. And we're going to pass you over to our friend Brian so he can share his card with you.
Yeah, so I think it was interesting because when you were talking about the wheel, one of the cards I got was the devil, and how the wheel, being important to not be held up in something too long. And I think this really points to that sort of you're maybe you could get that idleness from not being sure of which direction to go, but in a way that's internal, not external. So it's forces within you that might be driving some sort of inaction. And I think so combining that with the wheel that Ange got, I think is an important thing. I also got the 7 of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. And I think this tells me it's, it's the Page of Wands is being a messenger. I think, pointing to, obviously there is no small matter of hard work here. But of course, being open to that message and being receptive. The oracle card I pulled was warmth, and I think that's an important factor that's going to play a part here. And a lot of people are, especially in the business world, they push this idea of separating emotions from what you're doing in business. And I understand what they're getting at with that, but at the same time, we are human and our emotions are very real, and they are okay. We shouldn't be so quick to just dismiss our emotions as something bad, just because our job thinks that it's inconvenient for those emotions to get involved. So I think the idea there is really just understand that the warmth that's within you can feed that energy. You just have to be open to be receptive to the messages that might be coming at you. And doing the hard work is going to get you where you need to go. But at this point, it feels like there's an indecision that is holding something back. And if you can break through that indecision and embrace your own feelings and embrace the messages that are coming to you, then things will move forward.
Oh, absolutely. That came together so nicely. Wow. Boom. That is amazing. So, very true, Brian, she says. Yes. And there's just a few other things that she was saying that I want to share. I love the grinder. I've been drinking more caffeine as well. Yes, definitely caffeinated as well. But remember to recharge, right? That is very important. The spinner's my brain on all this information. I bet if you're looking into something new, right, it can be a lot to take in. But that's what the Emperor's coming up for, right? Like that's okay. Like get all the information, but then like write it down and do something with it, right? That way it's easier to. You are very welcome. You are very welcome. And okay, so we read for Jay and Christopher, I've missed you lovely chatters and hosts. It's lovely to be here and sit in the energy of the collective. Hey, we're always happy to have you. You are good energy, my friend. I pulled a card for Jess. I got the Empress. Yes, she looks like a warrior. She's not backing down. Jess is definitely a warrior. Absolutely. Yeah, see, there you go. Jay, do you prefer Jay or Jess? I don't know, because I have like Majestic or Oracle and Jay. I think she doesn't mind either one, but now that you say it, I've been calling her Jess probably for years now. So Jess, let me know if I got it wrong. Oh gosh. Oh, hey, Sid is here. Hello. Welcome in. And Heather says, I love that feather deck. Ryan, is it in your shop?
Not yet. It's new to me. I just got it. So I got it to explore for whether or not I want to put it in the shop.
Absolutely. Hey, 444 Angel Time. Thanks, Brian. Yes. Wow, it all makes sense. Thank you both. Hey, of course. You're very welcome. I'm so glad that it resonated. It's always fun to read for all of you. Okay. All right, so we do have a few more people that have asked for questions, but if there's anyone else in chat that wants to ask, go ahead and type your question in chat or type me, whichever you prefer. I still haven't heard back from Lisa, so I think maybe we lost her. That's okay. Maybe we'll catch her on the next time. And let's see, does anybody else ask? I know John said he wants a reading. John never asks for a reading, so definitely we can get to John. So just give me 1 second, John. I just want to see who else was here. Oh, Anna asked, love or friend? Who is... Okay, so Anna, like we were saying before, this is considered a third-party question. So what this means is that this person, Leo, is not here in the chat, right? And so I don't have that person's permission to tap in to see what maybe they're feeling about you, right? So if there's another question that you have, because for this specific question, doing a general love, I don't know that it would really work, because if this person isn't really thinking of you in that capacity, that energy is not going to show up in a general love reading. So that might not make sense, and I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want you to think that we're just kind of fishing for information with that person. So, but we're happy to read for you. Do you want to ask a different question that doesn't pertain a third party? All right. And so we've got, what do your guides want you to know? Oh, I got you, Sid. You know what, Sid? We're definitely going to read for you tonight because you've been so patient. I know that you asked a question last time we couldn't get to because we had so many questions. So trust me, you're on our list. Yeah, we're going to do that. I just say Jess hot. She answers to that. You call her hot and she answers to that? Oh my goodness, John. Okay, let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. So I'm just scrolling. I know, trying to keep up. Girl, you and me both. This is a full-time job. Anna, are you still here? Yeah, I don't know. Anna, are you still here? That's a good question. I guess I should have started with that, Heather. Thanks for having my back. Sorry if you repeat yourself. Don't worry, girl. We do that here all the time. If Anna is interested, maybe a question could be, what could I do to make my feelings known? Ooh, Elizabeth, you are fantastic. I like that. We definitely could read on that. Anna, is that okay? Would you like us to read on that? What blessings can I expect? Ooh, there's another question there. Your guides are no. We're gonna get to you. No, I don't answer to that. Or Jessica. Oh, you've been calling her all the wrong things, John. This is not good. You better make up for it quick. Okay, yeah, I don't see Anna. That's okay. If she pops back in, if somebody sees her, maybe we can just ask her to rephrase that, or we can help her rephrase that. But definitely I would like to start to read for Sid. Like I said, I felt bad because we couldn't get to Sid the other day because, you know, there's only so much time in a day in a live stream. So what do your guides want you to know? All right. So the decks I'm using today are, let's see. I'm just going to remove that. The Savvy Soul Tarot, which is one I really love. And I can't help it. I just love this little one. It's a Black Salt Oracle. And that is by one of our very own tarot tubers. Larkin Legend. His name is Logan, and his channel name is Larkin Legend. And he has other decks out. He has a Black Salt Tarot, and I believe he has a Black Salt Lenormand.
Norman, yeah.
I think, yeah.
I'm in the process of reaching out.
Yes.
So we'll see.
And just so you know, his cardstock is so like it's not that buttery where it's like it's sticks together. It slips so nicely, and it's like a nice matte finish. And I mean, the holographic is just to die for. I love it. Yeah. Excellent quality. And he's pretty quick. Like, I know he had I got this from the Kickstarter. Yeah. And I mean, like, he had all of his ducks in a row and to the printer, and bang, before I knew it was in my mailbox. I was like, whoa.
That's always great with Kickstarters. You never know. It's going to be, either a year, and that works, that's fine. Yeah. But sometimes when they crank them out and get things moving, it's shocking, and it's wonderful.
Yeah. I've been really, because one day I do want to launch my own Kickstarter. It's definitely not in the near future, but it will happen. And I just like to take note of, some of the Kickstarters that I found really helpful myself as like a buyer, as a supporter. Yeah. And, one of the main things that I hear from people who started their campaigns is that you really do need to have all of your stuff figured out beforehand. Some people get an idea and they just want to pop it up to see how many people might back it. People want to see the artwork. They want to know all the things, yeah. And so if you don't really have all that nailed down, you'll lose a lot of interest in people. So it's good to have all that figured out. Who's your printer and how you're going to ship? And, are you going to go with like a drop ship company? Or there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I think a lot of people don't understand how many moving parts there is involved in a Kickstarter campaign. So I'm looking forward to diving down that rabbit hole one day when I have a lot more time and energy on my hands.
Absolutely.
Oh, good night, Green Eye Tarot. Good night. So glad to see you pop in. I really love your channel. You take care. The Oracle deck is very intriguing. It's so unique too. Like, there's some really, I don't want to say bizarre in a weird way, like in a bad way. It's weird and bizarre in a good way. Like I want to see some things in an Oracle deck that I've never seen before, and then I want to hear like what the creator thought about that. Yes, point. The cards move nicely. I just want the holographic in my life. It's energetic and beautiful. It is. I love it. I'm going to do an entire video on Kickstarters. Yeah. I've got quite a few to show, and I'd like to talk about some campaigns. Not to point fingers or to say this one was good or this one was bad, but just to have the conversation of like, if someone's interested in backing a Kickstarter, what should they look for? Because I think a lot of people are hesitant to back on Kickstarter because they're kind of like, they don't know what to expect. And I think, I'm going to definitely do that. Hey, Tapestry of the Unseen. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. All right. Or a one-of-a-kind hand-painted oracle. Excuse me, Heather, where would we find such an oracle? Could you tell me? Yes, I'm definitely going to. Yeah, it's right on my high priority list. I have a stack of decks over here by Anatorian. I'm going to do that video, just Anatorian decks. And then I have a Kickstarter campaign, whatever, video coming out. So yes, Kickstarter has some of the most amazing. I promise you I am focusing on your energy, Sid. And Brian, at any point in time, if you're ready, you just tell me to be quiet so that you can focus.
It's quite all right.
Sid.
I'll go ahead and go if that's okay.
Oh, of course. Yes. Let me embiggen you.
Sid, I just pulled 2 cards, and both of which are queens, which I think is really interesting. So Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, queens in general, and these images really capture it for me. Um, the idea of patience is pretty strong here. And in the realm of cups and swords, I think the two together, coming together in the same reading, I think it points to the guides, really just sort of maybe talking about being patient with yourself, and it might be in matters of emotion or thought, but it could also be just a patience that kind of comes with the two of those things working together. And when I pulled the oracle this time, I got memory. So memory, and I love this image with that ring hanging from the tree, the bird with the flowers and carrying one in its mouth. I think memory, along with those two queens, it could be that the guides are pointing to um, finding a place of inner peace, by being patient with yourself and really exploring the idea of memory, just as could be the not just past experiences, but you know how sometimes you get into a state where you're not actively thinking about the past, but you're just sort of living in it, for lack of a better term, where you just you're having a quiet time and just sort of immerse yourself in the state of being that you had at another time in your life. And I think that can maybe open some doors or just clarify something for you. And that's the message I have for you tonight.
Nice. I love it. Okay, Sid. Here we go. Okay, Sid. 1 second. Can't forget the trinkets. Can't
No, you
forget the
can't.
trinkets. Okay, so there we go. Oh, all right. And oh, this is perfect. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so Sid, we start off with the 10 of Swords. Betrayal is the only truth that sticks. So you can see this person here, the 10 swords in the back, the dead end. Okay, so with that, we have the little heart, right? This is all about healing, and maybe with this 10 of Swords, has something specific in your life come to an end, and quite frankly, an abrupt and maybe a painful ending. When I read the rest of the cards, I'm really feeling like it was an ending to something that you were doing for work or studies, something like grounded material, because we have the 3 of Pentacles. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, so moving on from the 10 of Swords into the 3 of Pentacles, along with the little elephant. The elephant for me speaks to the elephant in the room. Okay, so and it kind of landed between the 10 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. So there's some elephant in the room that either was addressed or you're about to address. When it comes to some sort of burden, when it comes to your finances, career, work, maybe even hobby, something that you do on a regular basis. Okay. And the 3 of Pentacles with the elephant is encouraging you to reevaluate the people that you surround yourself with in terms of, it doesn't have to be a project, of course, but just the people that you surround yourself with for collaborations and such, right? Again, it can be hobby or it can be professional. And then we move into the 8 of Pentacles. It says, the money always finds the master of the craft. So you can see this person diligently working away at their craft, and we have a little flower that landed on it. So it's all about allowing yourself to really bloom and shine in something that you really enjoy doing. So it's really, your guides are encouraging you to explore focusing more of your time and energy on something that really truly lights you up, something that isn't going to be so mundane, and definitely something that isn't going to feel like this 10 of swords in your back, right? And then to top it all off, we have cookpot. See, I told you this oracle was different, right? Cookpot. Have you ever seen a cookpot card in any deck before? No. So cookpot is all about taking the time to focus on what feeds you, what nourishes you. And specifically what this is talking about is your intuition. And how I know that is because we have little Buddha man that fell on top of it. And so, yeah, so just really focus on some ideas, cook some ideas up in your head is really what it's saying. Really sit with your intuition. And what is that? Like, what is that 8 of Pentacles for you? What does that look like? Maybe you're perfectly happy in the job or whatever career that you have right now. But this 8 of Pentacles is encouraging you to come up with some different ideas to sort of get your intuition fired up that you could also focus on, right? So yeah, I hope that helps, and it'll be exciting to hear what you have been working on, because it looks like you have been working on something here. Let me see. No cookpot. So, elephant is also the remover of obstacles. Absolutely, it definitely could mean that too. Yeah, the ending. Find how I was just happy in the past, receptive how I did that. And thank you, Brian. All right. My guides know patience is not what I'm good at. Hey, you're not alone in that. You are not alone in that. I hooked up Ange a little bit. If you give me your PayPal thing, I'll throw you a lot of... Oh, I think Brian... I think I put Brian's... Maybe I didn't. I don't think I have Brian's PayPal. Brian, do you have a PayPal?
I do not. I don't have one set up, so
okay.
No link to provide. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Thank you, John, for thinking of us. We will definitely read for you next. I'm just gonna go back a ways. There's lots of conversation. I love this.
While you do that, I'm going to grab another deck. So.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and there's one specifically, I'm going to come back to this one, Elizabeth, because there's one that I've been waiting for like years now. And I get it, like there's something that happened with the printer and but sometimes you're like, really? It can be frustrating sometimes. But I also understand at the end of the day, Kickstarter is not a storefront. You're backing an idea, but still, it can take some time sometimes, right? Okay. Oh, Christine, I hope you have a wonderful dinner. Thank you for stopping in. There's only one I still haven't received. Yeah, you know what? I have backed 94 campaigns to this day, and I've gotten every single one of them, with the exception of one that is currently in, like, I will get it, but it's just taking a lot longer. So yeah, I'd love to talk about my experience on a video. That'd be cool. And oh, Anna, is she here? Yay. Okay, Anna, we're gonna get to you. Okay, just one second. We're gonna read for John, and then we'll come back to you. Hello, what a lovely day. It is so nice to have you here. I see that you're chatting in from Brian's chat, so it's lovely. Yes, readings are open, so go ahead and type your question into chat if you have one. We're doing our best to get to as many people. We've already been on for just over an hour, so we probably won't be on too much longer, because I want to respect Brian's time. I'm sure he does have to go to work in the morning, so I don't want to keep him too long. Oh, I already said that. Anna, I got to send you some next payday. Oh, what is that? What is that, Anna? I picked up the same energy for Sid. Yes.
I did have one Kickstarter that turned out to be a scammer. They actually haven't pulled their account yet, so that was unfortunate. The artwork was great. I thought it was going to be a really good deck. Turns out that like about once a year they post one on there, and it's so rare for that to happen. I mean,
Oh.
all the Kickstarters I've backed have all been followed through on. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that was kind of a shocker. But
I'm glad that you mentioned that because I haven't heard of that. Is it what was the name of the deck, or did they?
that's a good question. Let me see if I can pull
Yeah.
it up real quick.
Okay. Oh gosh, that's I don't like to hear that.
No, not fun.
Oh. Okay. So it makes sense. Thank you. Of course. Of course. You are very welcome. Can I ask, is there any cards you very rarely pull? Ooh, Sandy, that is a very good question. You know, Sandy, honestly, like I have so many decks that I use and I change regularly that I do you mean like just tarot cards in general? Like which ones like hardly ever come up for me? That's a good question. I don't know that I have a specific one that doesn't come up often. Like I read for so many people quite often, both here live and behind the scenes. So I would say no. It's kind of like the opposite of a stalker card, right? What card doesn't come up? That's a really good question. I'll have to think on that. My job isn't anything that takes much, so this will be in what I do for hobby. Okay, I was getting more hobby vibes, yes, which I have been needing to pare down. I have so many things. Oh, maybe that's what it was saying, especially with that cookbot, right? To sort of really narrow it. You have all the ideas simmering up there, but maybe we just need to like pare it down. Thank you for providing that feedback, Sid,
Yeah.
because that really helps me as a reader as well to know where to focus my energy. So thank you. Yeah, of course.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's great because that lends some clarity to what that memory card was all about. Because
Right.
I know for me, hobbies often circle around nostalgia. And
Mhm.
that I know not everybody has that same experience, but that's that could certainly be part of what was feeding into that. If some of the hobbies are along the lines of hanging on to some things from times past.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That
Okay.
that deck on Kickstarter was called the Tribe Tarot deck.
The tribe. Ooh.
So
Okay. That's good to know.
yeah,
Yikes.
yeah,
Oh man. But it wasn't successful, was it, or was it?
it was successful. And yeah, it was fully backed. I think maybe more than double the amount they were aiming for. So
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
they launched another one not too long ago. Same thing. So,
Soccer card, the Joker card, depends on the changes over
but
time. Okay. Okay. Hanging on to ideas I haven't made yet, but their time has passed. Okay. Yeah. And that really makes sense too with that Eight of Pentacles, right? Really narrowing it down and focusing. You may have multiple interests, and that's cool. Most of us do. But your guides are really telling you to hone in on one specific one and really put some time and effort into one right now. Yeah. That's great. Okay, so Anna, if you're listening, so Elizabeth in chat here, she also has a channel and she's a reader. She's trying to help you rephrase your question because you're asking a third-party question that we don't do here. So Anna's gonna, Elizabeth is gonna help Anna try to rephrase what you're asking. So just if you could converse with her in chat, she's gonna help you tweak it. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for taking time to do that for us. And then once it's rephrased, just let me know. Okay. And I don't remember the tribe one. I'm sorry you got scammed. Yeah. They're doing it on purpose doing other campaigns. That's just ridiculous. Ugh. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Okay. So. Oh, Anna, you're sending me trinkets? Girl, what? That's exciting for me. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet of you to think of me. It can be
And what a
frustrating.
lovely day. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. Update every 2 to 3 months, and only because you sent them a Kickstarter. Yeah. Again, actually, Elizabeth points out in chat that Lisa Popez, who has successfully had a very successful journey, actually here. Speaking of which, let's just do a little
Mm-hmm.
the Unicorn Journey Tarot. I want to do a whole thing on this deck because you may think, oh, that's cute, unicorns. No, no, no. This is a really deep deck that really takes a dive into self-worth and where you fit in the world, carving out your own path, being true to yourself. Oh, it just gives me chills just talking about it. But anyways, she had a very successful Kickstarter campaign, and her wife is doing one right now too that's very successful. So she points out on one of her videos of what to kind of watch out for Kickstarter campaigns. So I'll be sure to link that in my description of my video, so that way anybody that's sort of wanting to explore Kickstarters that are new to it will definitely have some resources to go with. You only had yeah, and I think maybe, are you talking about the Victorian Fairy Tarot? Is that the one? Because that's the one that's taking forever, girl. Forever. But you know, I've been very patient with it. But I mean, it is. You've had one campaign that was a scam. It wasn't a deck. What did they send you? Oh, you mean like they had a concept for a deck, but it never came through or something? Oh my gosh. Okay. So, John, if you are, I know that you're still here somewhere. Here, John, what question do you have for us tonight? We'll be happy to read for you. So just let me know what kind of question you have, or if you want a general, and if so, what. I don't know that I've seen your question, and I'm really sorry. I don't mean to overlook. It's just that there's so much going on. So if you could just retype your question, we'll try our best to get to it.
Yep, it is in there. I did see it. I'm scrolling through now.
Okay. Oh no, your power's out, Jess. Shoot. Okay. Oh. Hopefully it comes back. That's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think if I click this, it might pop up here as, nope, it won't do that for me on this.
Okay. Do you know what timestamp? Does it say?
8. It was exactly 8 p.m.
Oh, I can do that. I'll just go back up to 8 p.m.
Well, it's showing that for me for Eastern. I don't remember if you're in this. Are you in Eastern as well?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm in Eastern. I'm in Ontario.
So. Yeah,
just across the lake.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
There. I would love to know if the meal presence I felt last night from it was a guide of mine. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, I got you started now. Thank you for your patience. I'm so sorry I overlooked it. It's the chat flies by sometimes.
Yes,
and it's
it
hard
does.
to keep up. So, John. All right. So, John, let us know what you would like to read on. Oh, I wonder how I will be using my gifts in the future. Kim. Hey, Kim. Looks like you're visiting us from Brian's channel. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you. I'm going to start your question, Kim, and it looks like we might have time for a couple more readings. So I'm going to put you in the squirrely list, and wherever I scroll next is who will read. So you're definitely in that for an option for reading. Okay. So I'm going to keep things rolling here. So we're going to go ahead and read for What a Lovely Day. And then I would definitely like to get back to Anna's question because we've been working so hard to rephrase that for her. And then we'll see where our time is at that point. I mean, we're going to read for John too, as soon as he lets us know what he would like us to read on. Okay. What a lovely day. I would love to know if the male presence I felt last night strongly was a guide of mine, possibly a great grandmother. Ooh, this is a good one. I like this. Okay, here we go. I mean, they're all good. I don't mean to say that the question is bad. I just meant, yeah. I like an array of questions, right? So I can focus on different things. That's what I meant by that. Okay. All right. Where did my pendulum go? Let's see if I can find it. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Doesn't look right. Okay. All right. What a lovely day. So, the cards that I pulled for your question, it looks like you were asking if it was like a guide in terms of like a family member that has passed away, and the information that I'm getting based off the energy of this reading and the cards definitely point to yes, that it's definitely a family member that was passed over. You would definitely know the specific energy to that, right? Because you have that personal connection. But we definitely have the Ten of Pentacles, which is normally all about family, right? Build a legacy and pass the baton. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, and on there also has the little piggy, like the piggy bank, right? So, perhaps this person had left something behind when they passed away. It could be an inheritance, but it could just be something sentimental to you that means a lot to you. And then we have the red thread, right? That connects the 10 of Pentacles with the 3 of Cups. Okay, and you can see this family here hanging out, having some good times together. And it says, cherish the roles of your kindred souls, right? So it's asking you to, cherish those memories. And we have the little camera that fell on it. So that definitely tells me that there's some memories that you've captured in life that really you hold dear to yourself in your heart. And perhaps there is a picture of this person that you could set up, or maybe you already have it up, that you could really focus on if you really want to draw that energy closer to you. I also have something kind of random. It was the Quaker Oats oatmeal that fell out onto the 10 of Pentacles. Whether or not oatmeal or Quaker Oats or the Quaker Oat man even maybe means something to you. I'm not quite sure where that fits in the reading, but I always like to put it out there because you never know. And then the last card I have is the key card, right? And that is, to me, that's a yes card. That's definitely the key here is it definitely was a passed over loved one that was visiting you. And we have the little smiley face as another thumbs up yes in terms of that. So overall, the energy feels really, really good. And like I said, perhaps there is a picture that you could focus on in terms of inviting that spirit back in or closer to you, if that's something that you want to do. I hope that helps you.
Yeah, so I got I really was drawn to the oracles on this one, and but the first was awareness. So that's definitely awareness points to a yes in this kind of situation. It means that um, it feels to me like this says you can trust your sense of this, whatever that might be. Just your general awareness is certainly pointing to a yes there. I also got malachite, which is communication, security, hypnotization, hypnotization. Pardon my stumbling over that. But communication, security, could be, is this a person who offered that sense of security, perhaps? The other, of course, was the Knight of Pentacles, and Knight of Pentacles here really kind of helps to um, if your great grandfather was a person who was very disciplined, then and sort of committed to the craft, or really just connected to and fully engaged in what they did as a person, then that would certainly point to a yes as well. I think it's really all about, with this sort of thing, it's about collectively looking at that energy, and do any of those cards resonate with you as pointing one way or the other. But yeah, that's what I pulled for you.
Yay, thank you. There we go. There's so many selections on StreamYard of like all these, and I kind of wonder, like, people who've never used StreamYard, like, what are they doing? We're flying all over the place, and it's like, I'm sorry. If you saw backstage, it's kind of a little, they could set it up a little bit nicer. I'm just saying.
They could indeed.
So those were great readings and great confirmation. I feel like we kind of came to the same conclusion there. Mm-hmm. And what a lovely day. I have a picture of my great-grandfather and great-grandmother. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so they were really focusing on that camera there. So that's probably what they meant, right? Mm-hmm. Is that picture. Yeah. To really, I find myself personally, when I'm trying to connect with people, even when I'm just reading for people, like you saw, I had your thing up, I was tapping into that energy. I really hone into pictures. So that is very helpful. And hopefully that helps you too. And then, yes, I felt this presence of sense in older male. Perfect. Mm-hmm. And then I try not to doubt when it comes through, when experiencing something intuitive. Right. And it's especially if you're new to it, right? It can feel sometimes like, am I making this up? Especially when it comes to someone, a loved one that's passed away, because sometimes we feel like, am I just wanting this to happen? Right. But the more that you trust it and that you invited it and you work with it, if you're not familiar, you can go ahead and go on YouTube or Google and type in ancestor work. And there's actual like practices and things that you can do to enhance your connection with them. It's very powerful, and I highly recommend it. So thank you so much for allowing us to read for you. There is some people that popped in. I just want to say hi to Miss Tarot D. Hello, if you're still here. Thank you so much for, of course, you're spending quality time with Hubby Hubs. A fine looking gentleman, by the way. I got to see him pop in on a live stream. So I was like, hey, Hector. And I said, we wouldn't expect any less from Miss Tarot D, of course. So, always a joy to see you, my dear. Thank you so much for saying hello. And we have Dorella joining us. Hello. I've never seen you here before, I don't believe. If I have, I'm sorry. But hello and welcome. It's very good to see you. That tiny oatmeal is very adorable. I don't know. It just randomly popped out. And I was like, I got nothing. I don't know. You're on data, but you couldn't miss the oatmeal. I mean, I'm glad. Oh, and you're currently learning tarot. That's very exciting. Thanks. We're all excited about that here. So you're in a good tarot sphere here to learn from one another. So we welcome you, and we are excited for your journey. Oh, Megas. Hello, Megas. We love you. Megas. Thank you for being here. Okay, John, he would like a general reading. So it looks like we're going on an hour and a half, and I just want to respect your time, Brian. So is it cool for one more read? Like, you just want to read for John, or what is your time looking like?
I'm okay for now, so we can read for John, and then maybe another one or two after.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I just like to
And
check in.
Anna is here too, so yeah, if we can get Anna's
Oh gosh, yes.
question
Let's not forget
answered.
Anna after all that work. My goodness. And now I don't even know what the question is, so we still have to.
Yep, we'll get there.
We'll get there. Anyway, I hope somebody's paying attention because I'm trying my best. Okay, here we go. Anna, we're gonna get to you, darling. Don't run away on us. We're gonna get to you. Right now, we're gonna read for John, and John wants a general reading. John, just in general, what your spirit guides want you to know. That's what we'll focus on here. Which Anna? Oh, Anna. This Anna here. It's just because Anna, she was trying to ask this question the last live too, and we were trying to explain like third party, and Anna was like what are you talking about? So Elizabeth was able to, I believe, work with her. So that's okay. We like Silly Willy. We like Silly Willy. You're in the right place for that. So if somebody or Anna could. Yeah, I see that she rephrased it, but I'm not sure like what it was now because the chat scrolled so quickly. Yes. So if you could post that for us, that would be great. Anybody. And John, we're gonna read for John right now, Mr. Savage. You haven't had a reading. Have I ever read for you, John? I don't think so. Okay, what do the spirit guides want John to know? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay, John, I've got something good for you. Of course I do. John, General, what do your spirit guides want you to know? So we start off with the fiery, passionate Queen of Wands. Passion is life force energy. I love this card. It's so happy, right? It's somebody in their element, hanging out with their dog, your furry friends. And yeah, you can see here that they got their guitar and they're in their element down by the beach and things like that. So this is a person who is like really confident and self-assured and knows what they want to do. But specifically what I'm getting in this reading for you is try to tap back into something that used to really light you up. I don't know, did you play guitar, or do you have a Volkswagen van that you want to take to the beach, or what is it that you used to do that you don't do anymore that maybe you could sort of bring back? They want you to work away at that. We got the little ant, which means all about work. So they really want you to work away at that. What is it that you could sort of bring back into your life that you used to do that you kind of miss doing? It could be anything, right? It doesn't have to be playing an instrument. It could be anything. And then we have the Six of Wands. It says success is not given, it's earned. Boom. Okay. So whatever that is, the thing that you used to do that you're not doing anymore, they want you to be more on your game. This is a game piece. This is all about success. So it wants you to be more on your game in terms of finding things that rekindle that light within you, right? Don't allow yourself to get too stagnant in life. Find something that lights you up. And focus on that. Be on your game, like I said. And then we also have Mortar and Pedestal. Okay. And this is all about taking life experiences or pieces of information, stuff that you've learned, and putting it all in here and mixing it up and making it into something. So we have the cup here. So you could like mix whatever that is and And that is sort of your medicine, metaphorically speaking. So what is it, right, that you love doing that you kind of haven't done in a while or putting off? Work away at it, right? Get really good at that thing. Not that you have to get good at it for anyone else but yourself, right? And we have the red thread that showed up again, and that's connecting those two together, the wands, and they're both wands card, right? So fiery action that actually wants you to take action and do something with it, right? And we have a little candy cane that fell out, and so that is telling me it's more of like a time frame. It kind of really wants you to get going on this, and maybe Christmas time, maybe into the new year, but Christmas time is what the candy cane really focuses on. And of course, a cane can also focus on support, right? So maybe also find people around you that would be supportive in whatever this is that you really want to get going on. Maybe it's even a group that you could join or used to be a part of that would rekindle this for you. So yeah, whatever that is, that's pretty exciting. And hopefully it makes sense to you. And yeah, I'm going to pass you over to my friend, Brian.
Okay. On the Oracle side, I got navigation in a community. And in both cases, I was kind of wondering, of course, you could take them at face value. Community is community, whatever that means to you. Navigation is always in my mind. Every time I come across a card that involves navigation, it's a series of dualities. Navigation is always, do I go this way or do I go that way? And having some guidance on what that is in your situation can be difficult to come by. But in this case, community can maybe lend some answers there. So, but the duality is a strong theme here. So I also got the Two of Cups, and that is always of course, the energy of that being a duality as well. And then I got the Moon card. The Moon for me, I mean, look at how many things are done in twos there or divisible in the same way. And the Moon card, yes, there's mystery, and there's a path through those towers. There's a lot of mystery. There's a lot of unknown. And in this case, you take a center path that is not necessarily one or the other. So it kind of centers that duality, and maybe that's what's going on. It feels like there's maybe there are some choices to be made, or there are just two different competing energies right now. And by embracing the community around you, you may, of course, then be able to find that it's actually the middle path. That maybe it's not a this or a that, but it's straight down the middle, and that will solve the mystery.
Mute button. There we go. Oh, wow. John, that was really, really cool. I hope that gave you some insight or information, or hell, just some entertainment, whatever. So let us know in chat if that resonated with you at all. We're always interested to hear how it resonates and what's going on with that. And hey, Mo is here. Hello.
Hey, Mo.
I also seen that we have Tim is here. Hello. It's always nice to see you, my friend. I think somebody asked me what deck I'm using. And there's two I'm using. I'm using the Savvy Soul Tarot. Sadly, I think it's out of print. I don't know. Last time I looked, I don't think it's in print anymore. And then the Oracle deck I'm using, the holographic one, is the Black Salt Oracle. But yes, the Savvy Soul Tarot, I really hope they reprint it because it is really, really good. Okay. So yes, I did see that quite a few people posted their questions. Just so you know, we will definitely not be able to get to everybody, but I'm so grateful that you're all here and you're all very interested in us reading for you. We'll definitely get to Anna next. I definitely see the question. And thank you, Elizabeth, for taking the time to help rephrase that and to repost it for me. So on the screen, that is not Anna, that is Elizabeth, but she reposted Anna's question for us. So before I get any further ahead of myself, I'm going to focus on Anna's question so that I don't overlook it and I don't forget it. So Anna, can I let things develop romantically with this person with yellow? Okay, this is good. This is good. You can see, so what we've done here, what Elizabeth has helped Anna do, is take a third-party question where we're focusing specifically on this individual, on Braiulo. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. And instead, what we're doing is we're flipping it around and we're focusing on Anna's energy and how she could, like what she can do to attract this person towards her, closer towards her, in a romantic way, which is great. Okay. Yeah. Can I let things roll?
I have stuff ready, Ange.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yes, of course. There you go.
So I'm pulling from multiple decks, and sometimes when you pull from multiple decks, you get interesting things. um, so I pulled from both RWS and the Oak Ash and Thorn, and in both cases, I got the World. That is for this type of question, it is a really interesting result because the world tends to point to a yes. I think the world tends to be, I mean, it's the ultimate, completion. um and there are two different depictions here, and the one that I think is really, sorry, I'm looking in the camera, and of course then I lose track of which hand I'm using, but in this case, I really like how we have this tiny mouse resting at the bottom of a wreath, and that wreath is obviously made of things that were just recently harvested, and you have a firefly that's just offering a little bit of gentle light there, and that is pointing to the idea of the world as things being not only in balance but sort of a completion, but it's not just the basic completion that you get with, say, the tens in the minors. This is a completion that is um, complete in scope. So every aspect is part of that overall energy. But what does that mean for your question? It's really this is one of those cases where you love to see the world come up for somebody, but you can't always exactly figure out how that blends into the situation in hand. And I think so. The other cards that I pulled up, and I think this will help to lend some clarity there. So two things that came up in the oracle, and it's patience and listen. So in both cases here, I think what we're seeing is this idea that there is there's a wholeness with that world energy coming up from both decks, and I think the idea of listening and using patience as a way to get to that place, get to that whole world completion, that space where um really honestly what's coming to me now is the idea that that through using this patience and listening and just being quiet, it'll lead to a point where you actually feel that wholeness and completeness, which then makes you ready. And whether or not that is directly involving the Brolio. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing, but whether or not it directly involves that person maybe isn't clear, but I think it does seem, it seems like it is an internal thing. That's what I'm getting here from these cards, that it's an internal thing for you to get to a state of mind and a state of wholeness through those world cards. But it's getting two of those tells me that it's absolutely possible. And that's an attainable state for you. It's just a matter of taking the time.
I agree. I definitely agree. And okay, so Anna, so what you can do to attract this person closer to you in terms of being more romantic than friend, everything Brian said. And so we have, we're starting with the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands it can mean setting boundaries, which is always important in a relationship. But specifically, the energy I'm picking up for this is perseverance. Okay. It seems like the energy that's coming through from you, it seems like you really want this to work. So don't give up on that, persevere. But the number 4 fell off on the dice, and that means it's cool that you have like these initial feelings for this person, but just remember, building a solid foundation is important in any relationship, friendship or otherwise, right? So you really kind of have to have somewhere to start from in order to build on top of it, right? So that's what it's saying. Persevere, but start to build on it, right? Don't just jump in. As you can see, this person here, right? They're persevering, right? They're going to get through it. Looks like this person's been through some stuff. I'm not saying that you have, but maybe this is also representing your energy from other relationships, right? So remember, that could also mean too, like you're going to persevere in this relationship. You're going to focus on that because you're going to build it from the ground up. You're not going to take anything with you from the past relationships. You're going to start fresh. And you're going to focus on this. And the next card I have is a 2 of Cups. And that is all about love. Look at that. It can be about love. This one says soulmates unite. So, I mean, that's a really good indication that there may be some interest in terms of having this relationship move forward. What you can do is see this little promise with this key here. And we also have a little nest with the eggs in it. So, we got the lovebirds at the top, we got the little eggs in the nest, what that could mean. So, what this is saying is it looks very promising of what you're currently doing. So just continue to get to know the person, right? Continue, like I said, building that foundation, continue to persevere. I'm really feeling like you're already doing it. You're already putting the time in, taking your time, getting to know the person. Don't go too fast. You don't want those eggs to appear too quickly. But no, in all seriousness, it does, like the Two of Cups is a very promising card to say that it is worth you continuing to put the effort into this relationship to see where it may go. And then we have the High Priestess that says trust your intuition. So, you know, ultimately, you know what's best for you. You know what you're looking for. And don't forget that along the way, right? Sometimes we get into relationships and we start to become somebody they want us to be. But the High Priestess reminds you, don't do that. Stand in your power, know who you are, know what you want and what you don't want, right? And then we have the number 7 that popped up, and that is all about reflection and assessment, right? So always really taking stock and coming back to your intuition, what you want, who you are, what your values are. Don't lose yourself along the way. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. That's another thing you can do. And then we'll finish the reading off with Oracle. It's a needle and thread. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck. And I kid you not, we have the thread that showed up right on the needle and thread, along with the number 5. And so 5s are about changes. And in this situation, I feel like it's good. It's good changes. Needle and thread reminds you that this is your story, right? You can weave it, you can create it into whatever you want it to be, but take your time with it, right? Needle and thread, you know how it's very meticulous. You got to thread the needle and you got to work away at it. Work away at it. Take your time. Build that foundation. Don't rush things. You know, some of the most beautiful moments in a relationship. I know for me, I've been married to my husband for 21 years, but we still talk about, you know, the day we met. We talked about, like, I'm in the United States, he's in Canada. We're both looking at the same moon and, you know, making that wish. Like, you'll always remember that. You're always going to remember, like, building these foundational blocks in this relationship, if in fact, you know, it sticks out to be something that is worthwhile, you know? So yeah, definitely keep doing what you're doing. Keep mending the relationship in that way of just letting it grow naturally, you know? And yeah, exactly. Here, I'm just going to show what Brian's showing here too, because it goes like that. Yeah, exactly. Listen, patience. You see that little mouse with those strawberries that came up the other day in one of my readings? You can't force that strawberry to grow any faster, you know what I mean? Or to ripen any faster. You got to let it ripen in its own time, like Brian was saying. So relationships of any kind literally take time to flourish. And I mean, you know, maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. But these cards are really showing that it's worth your time and energy to really focus on what you want out of it. And hopefully this person will be reciprocal in their energies and efforts to see where it'll go. So I wish you all the best, Anna. Thank you for your patience and letting us get to your question. I know you asked the other day, we weren't able to get to you. And thank you for respecting and understanding that we're not able to tap into that individual's energy, but we're very happy to tap into yours. And yeah, please let us know what happens with the relationship, because we like to hear the spice too, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're very welcome, Anna. Thank you. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for allowing us to read for you. All right. Yeah, exactly. Right. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. Okay. Let's just see. Patience. Exactly. That's the patience again, for sure. And what was that noise? Okay. Oh, Beth is here. Hello.
Yeah. Hey, Beth.
Hey. Use the needles, they don't have an eye. They slide on the slot. What? John, what are you talking about? I know, I want to hear too. Now we all want to know, Anna, how is it going to work out? Mm-hmm. She's like, of course, I'm going to let you know. Okay. What time do we got? Okay, looks like.
I think I'm hitting my limit.
Yeah, I think so too. No, yeah. I know. Energetically too, right? Like time and energy. It really is like a balance, right? So I like to constantly check in. And so, yeah. So what
can we do this again? We can.
Yes.
I mean, we gotta.
Of course. I love reading with you.
Yeah, likewise. Such a joy.
Yeah, like our readings are really matching up here. I really love this. So yeah, so thank you all for joining us. I know that there's a ton of questions. I just want to point out, I know Christine asked, and Anna, Deanna, Unicorns and Rainbows. Kim asked for one, Dorella. Tapestry. We have somebody by the name of Sahil. Hello. I have never met you before, but thank you so much for being here, and please come back. Oh, John did give confirmation about the guitar. That's cool. Definitely. That is cool. Yeah. So yeah, you could see all those people that ask questions. I'm so sorry, you all, that we obviously there's only so much time and energy. Readings do take a lot of energy out of us as well. So yeah. Subscribe to our channels. We do go live often, and we would be happy to try to catch you on the next one. Donations are greatly appreciated if you're able to. I do have a PayPal link in the description there if you are so called to do. Yes, Dina understands. They do take a lot of energy. So, and I like to give, as you can see, detailed quality readings. I like to take my time with them, and a lot of my guests that I have on too, they do too, and I really do appreciate that. I appreciate you really, diving into the details with me. So thank you, everybody, for being here, for supporting us, for being interested in hanging out with us. So let's see, what do I have coming up? I'm behind the scenes working on some videos for my channel, but next week I'm going to be live on Karen Care Bear Bard of Cards channel. We're going to be live readings. We seem to be doing it every week, and we're trying to like flip flop back and forth. And I will try to do simulcasting on my channel so that you can join as well from there. And then the following day, which is the 28th. Yes, the 28th. It's Beyond the Veil again. So for episode number, where are we, 7 maybe? And it's going to be vulnerability and shame. So it's a huge topic. It's going to be definitely broken up into 2 pieces, but some really good topics that I'm looking forward to exploring. And of course, that is my show I do with my co-host Rain from Spiritual Rain. So Brian, is there anything coming up on your channel? I know that you've got a lot going on right now, so...
Yeah, I don't have anything scheduled right now. I was getting into a good routine of doing some Saturday, and obviously, you know about that. And a lot of people in the chat probably do as well, doing just Saturday community gatherings, just getting some people in a room and having a nice time. And I will be resuming those after the US Thanksgiving holiday. So nothing scheduled yet, but stay tuned, because one thing I have that's going to be posting at some point, if any of you know Ben from Beneficial Tarot in the UK. So he is a very talented editor, and he is making an ad for my website, and started out with a teaser and sent me that. So I'll be posting that and doing some fun stuff with it. So really cool to collaborate with him. Yeah, he's so talented. So that was really cool.
He is, yeah. For when I had Tiny Trinkets and Tarot, he did an intro for me. I think our live stream, I think it was. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not able to use it anymore because now my channel name has changed. But I so appreciated that he took the time to do that. Yeah, he is very talented. So that is exciting. Okay, so that is it. And right, yeah, he's wonderful.
Yeah. Really.
Beyond the Veil on Thanksgiving. It'll be, I guess it is. It does fall on Thanksgiving, doesn't it? Yeah. See, I'm in Canada, and so is Rain, so that doesn't mean...
Already had your Thanksgiving.
Doesn't mean anything to us, but yeah, it definitely is. I guess it falls on Thanksgiving this year. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thanks to those who are watching on playback. Please remember to like this video, subscribe, and comment below, because it really helps the algorithm so other people can find us so we can read for them too. All right. You guys take care. We're a little tired, so we're going to get going, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.